The Oklahoma Sooners are having a bit of a rough week because earlier in the week it was announced that Marcus Major was no longer academically eligible and wouldn't be with the Sooners this upcoming season. Because of that news, myself and others pinpointed Tre Bradford as an individual that could see an increased role in the Sooners offense. But today, it has been announced that Trey Bradford is also not going to be with the Sooners this upcoming season. We need to talk about why it's a hit and an individual that could see an increased role. Before we do, as always, y'all know the drill. I want to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Are you surprised with the news surrounding Trey Bradford? Let me know what you're thinking there, and if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it, and if you enjoy this content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions are massive. But with all that being said, let's talk about this. And to understand why it's a hit, we need to go back earlier in the week to the news surrounding Marcus Major, because Oklahoma was already in a situation through the offseason where they had some running back depth missing. You have a very talented 1-2 punch in Kennedy Brooks and Eric Gray. Kennedy Brooks opted out the season before, but when he was playing for the Sooners, he was doing big things, and that looks to continue this upcoming season. And it's really going to help him when you get a very talented running back, Eric Gray, in the transfer portal. Eric Gray looks to provide that relief to Kennedy Brooks, and we've heard the coaching staff, and specifically DeMarco Murray, pinpoint Gray as maybe the most versatile back Oklahoma has, which is really why I'm so excited to see how he's utilized by Lincoln. But it was the depth behind those two that was a question, and Marcus Major looked to fill that question. He looked to be your running back 3. But when it was announced that Marcus Major was no longer going to be with the team, Oklahoma fans could at least have a sigh of relief knowing that not only did they get running back Eric Gray from the transfer portal, they also got a talented running back from the transfer portal from LSU, Tre Bradford, who has a unique blend of speed, size, and strength. Bradford was an individual that I thought could step into that running back 3 mold. He is inexperienced, but getting to have game time reps and learning from Kennedy Brooks and Eric Gray looked to be very valuable experience, and he was an individual that I thought could have a role in this offense this upcoming year. With him not being there, like I said, Oklahoma still has their 1-2 punch. It's just the depth behind Brooks and Gray that now is a little bit called into question. It was going to be big for them to already have those 3 guys in Gray, Brooks, and Bradford be able to have a healthy season. And now with the exit of Bradford, you're really relying on Gray and Brooks to carry a load and hoping they can stay healthy. But an individual who we can look to provide depth at that running back 3 is Jaden Knowles. Now, Jaden Knowles is an individual who's very talented, and now his talents are going to be ultimately needed, especially with this news. He's someone who's going to be thrust into a position of prominence because he's going to be a depth piece and an important one for the Sooners. So he's someone who I'm excited to see, and I'm excited to see what he does with this opportunity. He's a very talented individual, and it is going to be very fun to watch him this upcoming season. Regardless, this is a hit to the Sooners. This was a position that had already lost depth prior to this, and you were really relying on the young talent that Bradford looked to provide and the unique skill set he had. You still have your 1-2 punch, but now you're looking at a position where those 2 guys are going to be shouldering a large load with not much depth behind them. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you're thinking about this. That's it. See ya.